Hello, everybody.
Audio
Audio
check,
check,
please.
please.
Can you hear
Can
me?
you hear?
Hi.
Can you
Hello.
hear all of
All of
us?
us.
And hello,
And hello,
everybody. Hi,
everybody. Hi,
Brandy.
Brandy.
Hi,
Hi,
Sin.
Sin.
Hello,
Hello,
1000
Dreams
Fun.
Fun.
And Matthew, thank you for
Thank
that
you for that
reset.
reset.
And of
And of
course,
course,
Tiltify.
Tiltify.
Echo on
Echo
me.
on me.
Oh,
Oh, no.
See?
See?
That's why we did an audio check. Okay. Let me see. Why is there echo for me?
How is that? Is that okay? Mic check again. And thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, chat coming through.
Okay. Hello. Thank you everyone for being here and happy Wednesday. I am Ashley. I work at the community team here at Tiltify. I am the community manager. So excited for this chat. We have the amazing Kayla from 1000 Dreams Fund. By the way, thank you for all you do, Kayla. I don't know if you hear that a lot, but I want to tell you, thank you so much. You help so many women daily and you are literally a blessing to this world. So thank you so much.
Don't make me cry at the beginning.
No, that's why I'm trying to get the tears out now.
Yeah,
So
that's smart.
but we have Kayla here, and we have two amazing, beautiful creators. We have Kallista and we have Imfamousx. Thank you all for being here. I know it is the middle of the week, so we are just gonna kick it off with this amazing interview, learning more about 1000 Dreams Fund and a little bit more about these creators. And they're also broadcast her grant recipients. So this is gonna be a fun time, and our audio is good, so we can get started. So you already know who I am. Like I said, I am Ashley. We're also going to throw the introductions around. We'll start with Kayla. Kayla, I want you to tell us more about your role at 1000 Dreams Fund and why you love working there.
Yeah, so I actually am the project manager and the community manager. So pretty much if you are interested in anything broadcast her, I am a one-stop shop for everything. So from fundraisers to grants to applying, etc. That is me, moi. And then also some lovely, awesome folks in our Discord, like Kallista and Imfamousx. They also helped me out as well. But yeah, I got started with 1DF because I actually heard about their broadcaster grant, which opened in the spring of 2018. I was streaming at the time. I needed some upgrades. I applied, and I actually didn't get it. So, as I tell everybody else, stay tuned. Make sure you reapply. I followed 1DF, kind of, kept an eye on what was going on. And I found out they needed a CM, and I applied and I ended up getting that role. So since then, since I believe November of 2018, I have kind of taken over Broadcast Her and helped develop it into what it is today. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Kayla. And let's start next with Kallista. Give us a little introduction about you and your content creation journey.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is KallistaKaines, or at least that's what I go by. I am a streamer, content creator, cosplayer, casual gamer. I'm all of that all mixed into one. But yeah, I do a lot of random stuff. But my streaming, I met Kayla in 2019. Is that right? I always forget.
Yep.
I always forget. We met at TwitchCon, and I think before that, I may have applied to the Broadcast Her grant. And then, like, after talking to Kayla, like, after, not getting it, I felt kind of like defeated. But Kayla was just like, no, just apply again, apply again. I'm just like, okay, I'll do it, Kayla. And so I just really followed the 1000 Dreams Fund, and I kept in contact with Kayla, and I saw a bunch of people like Mira and how she was I can't find the word. What is it? Promoting the broadcast her grant and things like that. And that's when I applied. I don't think I got it, but then I applied again, and then boom, that was my key into the 1000 Dreams Fund and like getting really serious with streaming and whatnot. But yeah, I've been streaming since 2017, maybe somewhere around there, because a couple of friends and I were on. We had a podcast and we were streaming on YouTube and things like that. So I've been all over the place.
You are the definition of a content creator, having your content everywhere on all
Mhm.
platforms. So good job. And, congratulations on being a recipient,
Thanks.
and I also went through didn't get it the first time, but I applied again. And I was like, wait, really? Me? I was watching the stream. I said, oh, Miss Ashrox. Really? Is that the right name? I said, wait, there's only one. It's only me. I was crying, screaming, tweeting like crazy. So I totally, totally feel you there. And we're going to throw the round of introduction for our last but not least guest, Infamous. Let's learn a little bit about you and your content.
Oh, I guess this is where I do the spiel. So, literally, for those who have absolutely no idea of who or what I am known as the infamous test subject. Most people know me as Imfamousx1x. Those close to me call me Infy, and if you call me I'm famous, I'm keeping this clean because we're on Tiltify's channel.
Thank you.
Um, I am a content creator, cosplayer, a model, photographer, mother, mental health ambassador, broadcast recipient. I got a lot of hats. I wear a top hat. It's a lot of stuff under there. Um, for me, I've been content creating 5 years this holiday season. So I've been around for a while. I actually learned of 1DF through Mira and Ash's fundraising. Um, I was like, oh, okay. And I think like everybody else, I applied, didn't get it, applied again, didn't get it, applied again, didn't get it. So actually by the inspiration of some of my brown girl gamer code sisters, they was like, no, you're gonna apply again and we're gonna sit here, we're gonna go through it. So I applied again and I was watching the stream. I didn't even see my name. I seen, look, we're actually evil twins. I seen her name. I seen other folks' names and I was like, oh, look at my friends. And then it blinked again. I was like, oh, wait, hold on, wait. And I was actually on the phone when I seen it and I screamed in my poor sister's ear. And she was like, did something happen? Did the cat fall out of the window? Did the kid, everything that you could have thought went negative? And I was like, I want to credit. They're gonna give me stuff for helping me get my PC. And because I started on this platform as a console streamer. So for me it was like PC, PC stuff, so now I'm here. I harass Kayla daily. Um, I wreak all type of havoc in Discord. No, joking, but it's been amazing being a part of it. And now with us speaking and seeing so many people applying, I get that feeling that I hope others had, by inspiring us. So it's great.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your wonderful spiel, as you said. That was great. And, I'm glad that we both were screaming when we saw our names. Because again, I didn't see my name. And then I said, wait, that is my name. That is my branding. I was screaming to the tops. My mom was wondering what was going on. I'm like, look, my name is there. And I desperately needed PC upgrades because, yeah, I was in trouble with my motherboard and my CPU. So that's how I used my grant. Um, and, Kayla, just listening to us be excited about being a recipient, how is that fulfilling to your job?
It started tearing up a little bit during Infamous's section, so I won't lie. I think it's just, it's tough because to hear that all of you applied more than once, it's sometimes it can be invalidating, or obviously it shouldn't be, but we are our biggest critics. So to have hundreds of people apply every single time, it's tough because I read every single one and I read it again and again and again until I get the final list in the spring and the fall. And to hear these exact stories and then have those people continue to come back to support, fundraise, whatever it may be, it just comes full circle, literally. So It makes all of the hard moments worth it in the end for sure, and it makes you feel very warm inside for sure. So
I bet. Yeah, I can't imagine being in that position and reading all those stories, and you can only pick a certain amount. And there are some really good times where you can pick additional recipients. I know that happened the beginning of this year, I
mhm,
believe,
yeah,
with extra fundraising. So that was awesome to see. And yeah, again, I would just want to give everybody a grant at once. So like, here, take it, you need it. I can't imagine how hard that is, but I'm sure it's really, really fun. So I would enjoy it at the same time.
yeah.
But still speaking on 1000 Dreams Fund, can you give, our community a little bit more about the main initiative of 1000 Dreams Fund, Kayla?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I know some of you may have already met Christy Garten. She's actually our CEO and founder. She started 1000 Dreams Fund with this, literal dream and ideology to be able to provide high school, college age women the necessary tools and funding they need to pursue, their careers or their ultimate dreams. This came from her own struggles of wanting to, travel in college, or I know she also was very much entwined in her music program there at her school, and there were a lot of folks who couldn't afford, instruments, for example. So this really helped develop some of our starting programs. We actually started one with the 1000 Dreams Fund Scholarship, which actually provides $1,000 to just women in high school, college, etc. And from there, Christy saw that there are these disparities in so many other places: women in tech, women in gaming, women in music, etc. And so from there, we've just tried to develop other programs and other supporting initiatives that can really help women in general, not just high school and college aged, but women who are going for those career paths get the tools they need.
Wow, that is incredible. And I know that at 1000 Dreams Fund, you create more and more programs and grants to support those women in those different industries. And you said tech, music, gaming, and of course, streaming. That's incredible. And I'm sure that, with growth at 1000 Dreams Fund, we'll keep branching out in different industries. And that makes me super excited for the future. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Kayla. And we're going to throw it to our amazing creators. I have a really good question for you both because I know there are women that are in this chat that would love to know the answer to this. And we can start with Infamous. So, what advice do you have for women that are starting within content creation industry?
Um, the one thing I tell everybody, and they look at me crazy when I tell them, is this is hard. Um, but when you have the right community around you, the right support system with you, um, it doesn't seem as hard. The days where, you feel like, I don't know if I can pursue, lean on those folks. Talk to those folks, take your breaks and hang out around those folks, because um we are literally our own support system, like all heard us say in our stories, like, you know we tell we heard from other people, we found out from other people, and that's how you continue on having that right people around you. So, but don't forget your reasoning. I personally had to go through that, after being denied. I had to remind myself what I wanted to do and why I was doing this. And literally, as I changed and corrected my own mindset back to what I originally wanted, it happened. So it gets hard. You get discouraged. You may want to cry a lot, but use your support team, use your support system, find very, very positive, powerful communities like 1DF. We're there. You can lean on us. We're around.
And, thinking of that, it thinks, back to when I was waiting to get partnered on Twitch. I was waiting and waiting. I think it was 7 weeks that I haven't heard back. I said, okay. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You're still you without partnership, and it's okay. And I had to literally put my mind back into you're going to do just fine. It's going to be okay. If you get partnered, cool. If you don't, you keep moving forward, because it's all about community at the end of the day. And, you know, once I stopped worrying about it, a day later, boom, I got my email. So, you just have to reset your mindset and just go back to, why am I doing this? And, humble yourself down a little bit. So that was crazy. That was in 2018. And I'm still freaking out to this day about it. But yeah, I wanted to throw that same question to you, Kallista.
So literally what Infamous said is like it.
Right
It's
on.
it. It's right on point. But also, I want to say don't rush. Everyone will grow when they're supposed to grow. Don't force it, because you're going to hate it in the long run. And then it's just going to make everything terrible. People grow at different rates, and you don't need to have that specific graphic card, or you need to have this specific build in PC. You don't need that. You'll get it when you're ready for it. And then, because I found myself like comparing what I have that other people have. And I'm just like, no, that's not right. Don't do that. Also, comparing yourself to other people, don't do that. You're not in for a good time. And it's a waste of energy that you could be using to do something else. Don't compare yourself. Don't rush into things. And also, network with people. I know it's hard. I'm an introvert. I am a hardcore introvert. I don't like talking to people when I don't have to, which is weird because I'm a content creator and I'm on Twitch. But anyway, network with people. That's how you build your community. That's how you learn to grow. That's how you force yourself to grow, because you're not going to grow if you're just sitting stagnant in your comfort zone. That's actually one of the reasons why I started streaming, is because I was very shy. I'm an introvert. I'm just like, this ain't gonna work for me. I need to do something about it. And so I started to force myself to stream, and growth, basically growth. So don't rush. Start at your own pace. Network, and don't compare yourself to other people. You will get there when you get there.
What if someone is struggling with comparing themselves? What tips would you give people going through that? And we could start with Infamous.
Unplug. Unplug. We, especially within the past year, year and a half, we spend a lot of time, even as a content creator, we spend a lot of time on social media, in Discords, so on and so forth. It is okay to unplug. It is okay to take a hiatus. It is okay to take a me day, because you will run down this rabbit hole of, well, what happens? What about this? What about that? Also, if you need a reminder and it sounds really, really crazy, go look at your old footage. Go look at your old clips. Personally, my I have a channel trailer where you see my old footage. I constantly remind myself of where I came from, because we beat ourselves up harder than anybody. And you have to be the person to lift yourself up sometimes and snap yourself back into reality. And the best way to do that, recenter, get away from it, refocus, come back stronger, come back harder. While you're gone, take the time to go over what you want to change. And even if it's not nothing, we all don't always have the finances. Like it was just said, don't do if you don't have the money, don't do it. Find another way to do it. Teach yourself, learn a new method, or change something else, put it on the list for later, come back to it when you do have it. But you have to recenter yourself. So yeah, I tell people all the time, unplug, because social media will take you there. Content creation world will take you down that rabbit hole, and you got to unplug yourself from that rabbit hole.
That is really, really good, Infamous. I actually recently learned that. So it definitely does help. And you're like, okay, let me just put my focus back on myself and what I need to do to improve and feel better about myself. So I love that. Thank you so much. And we'll throw that same question to Kallista.
Again, Infamous is on point.
Said we're the evil twins. It just happens this way.
Yeah. No, it's seriously though. Unplugging from everything is the best way to go, and also like reminding you where you started, where you are now, because you're gonna see that growth, how much you've changed since you first started. For example, I was also a console streamer when I started on Twitch. I didn't even have like my was it my PlayStation Eye on like full opacity, like you could barely see me. I was a whole ghost. But then over time I've gotten better, I'm less shy, I'm able to. So yeah, just going back and looking at your old content is, it's like a booster to you to remind you where you came from. And then also having hobbies outside of streaming and content creation is very important. For example, I cosplay. Sometimes I do that on stream. I have that on my Ko-fi, sometimes Instagram, whatever. But then also, I'm a writer. I'm teaching myself to, I guess, the ways and tricks of being a creative narrator in the gaming industry. Also, I know Japanese and I'm trying to learn Korean. So I'm doing other things outside of streaming to distract myself from, comparing myself to people who maybe don't even know I exist, or maybe they do know I exist. But it's just unplugging yourself, having hobbies outside of streaming and content creation. Like everything you do does not need to be a hustle or a side hustle. Unplug, have hobbies outside of streaming. And yeah, don't compare yourself.
And I love that because even for unplugging for me specifically, I have to get away from my computer completely. So even gaming, I'm like, nope, gaming's not it anymore. I'm going to go, well, let me not say that because I'll go play games with my mom in the living room. But that'll be on a TV and we're bonding together, but still, not staring at my computer screen, using mouse and keyboard because I do that all day. So, just unplugging, go read a book or write, play games with family, watch movies with family, go get a coffee from Starbucks, anything like that. Just unplug, go get some fresh air and enjoy that coffee from Starbucks because I love Starbucks. But thank you so much, Callista and Infamous. That was absolutely incredible advice. And there's so much more advice we could give. It could go on and on. The entire stream can be about that specifically. But we are definitely going to move on to our next topic. And Kayla, I wanted you to talk a little bit more about the grants that 1000 Dreams Fund provides.
Yeah, definitely. So specifically for Broadcast Her, like I said, in March of 2018, that is kind of our kickoff. We started with just the Broadcast Her grant. And now I look back and I'm like, wow, we have all of these other varying programs within Broadcast Her. So to give a quick spiel, I won't go into too much detail about each, but we tried to identify, what are specific needs within broadcasting or gaming in general, and how can we kind of combat that. So our Broadcaster grant is specifically for streamers who are women or non-men, and those funds are all completely funded by other streamers on the platform. It is a full circle sort of give back opportunity for people, which is so amazing. And then this is open to anybody, all age ranges, anything. I know, I think we have Carrie Swedecki, if anybody's familiar. I believe she is in the 40 age range. I'm nearing 50, I believe. She was one of our recipients in 2019. She's a Guinness World Record holder for Just Dance. Anyone and everyone in between. But then we realized, we really kind of correlated with students. This is, where we kind of founded 1DF on. So we teamed up with Twitch Student for a scholarship program for specifically broadcasters who are students, and that is a guaranteed, $1,000 per student. And that is thanks empowered by Twitch students specifically. But then we also have the Broadcaster Academy. We noticed, funding is awesome. Oftentimes almost everyone needs it. But what is the next step there? What else can we really provide folks? And really, this is where the Broadcaster Academy came from. Fellowship, mentorship, and, shadowing in general. So the Academy, you also get $1,000 micro grant, but you do get a free trip to the HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. You get to shadow folks there in person. Callisto's there. She's actually a winner from this year. You also get virtual mentorships and just a fellowship program in general where we provide resume reviews. Folks come on to Broadcaster Live. We oftentimes prioritize them for other opportunities, like fundraisers and front page features, for example. But yeah, it's sort of this big conglomerate where we really try to identify where we really need to up the ante per se for women or non-men in this space. So we're still growing. We still have a lot more to come and a lot more currently going on than just that, but that's a quick overview of everything.
Oh, it's so much. And Callista, I didn't know you were this year. Congrats. It's awesome. So,
Thanks.
yeah. And, I want to talk more about how did you both use your grant for your setup, if you don't mind, PC parts, gaming chair. How did you use your grant? And we can start with Callista.
So honestly, the grant paid for my computer. It literally like paid for my computer, and I also was able to buy a new chair as well. I call my PC Hermes, and then I have a Secret Labs chair that's super comfortable. I almost fell asleep a couple of times. Um, but yeah, it legit paid for my computer. Like I was streaming from a laptop that was slowly dying, and I'm like, okay, I won. I can have a computer now after, suffering through like computers being like short-circuited from storms and stuff like that growing up.
Wow.
So yeah, it paid for my computer and a chair, which I'm just like, I needed that. I needed that so bad.
Oh, and you work from home, correct?
I did.
Did. Okay. So,
Mhm.
that it's okay. Even streaming, that chair is going to help. So, regardless,
Definitely it has.
yes, I bet it's comfy. They look very, very comfortable. I'm jealous. And Infamous, wanted to go a little more into detail how you use your grant as well.
So my grant went towards PC components, monitors. I sit behind a mainframe. So for me, I do work from home and I do go to school. So I did need to have all of these monitors that I have. Um, I had to put upgrades into the PC
Mhm.
because it was not strong enough. I could not play PC games on there. Um, and my favorite thing that I consistently get asked about all the time, my headphones. I get asked about them every time. But I was wearing earbuds.
Mhm.
I had just basic dollar store, you know, Walmart, Target earbuds, because I have a hearing disability, and I didn't want to have a heavy headset. So for me, it was like when I seen them, I was like, I need those. Like I have to have those. And ever since then, they haven't left my head, unless I put on the earbuds that are their little sisters. But the plus side is that same PC, that I upgraded, that I was able to get the parts for, um, is now in my daughter's room. She now has it, and she games and she draws. So even just being able to have the opportunity to give her that and not have to worry about because they had to be in home for school. um that was a less stress. I was not one of those parents that had to figure it out. It was okay. um here's the PC. Like, have it now. So but I still have my monitors and my headphones. She and some of the parts, but it helped a lot, a whole lot.
How many monitors do you have?
3.
That's, that's the sweet spot. I got three too. I'm trying to figure
3.
out a reason to have four. I'm really trying to make an excuse to buy a fourth one. So,
I have an excuse. I just don't have the desk space. So stay tuned, because if I move, I may get the fourth. But right now, I don't have the space for it. But it's going to happen one day.
how do you use all your monitors?
So for me, for when I content create, I have a main monitor that I game on. The secondary monitor runs the stuff that I use to stream. The third monitor actually keeps my camera, my Discord, my chat bot, my alert box, my sound effects. So, and because it's so two are horizontal and one is vertical. So since I have one that's vertical, it stretches it all out. So then all I got to do is just be like, I just stack them politely. So it for me, it's like now I really feel like I'm in that scene in the Matrix. Like I got the stream deck here and just pushing that and doing this, and I like it. I feel comfortable.
You could use a fourth one though.
I could. If I had the desk space, a vertical one. I could have two verticals, two horizontals. I just don't have the desk space.
I'm trying to figure out how you can do two vertical, two horizontal. Or
I would have to show you my desk.
Do you have a monitor stand?
So I'm gonna really just have to show y'all my desk so y'all can see this. So the vertical one is over here where this arm is reaching at, and it goes right there. If I had a little bit more desk space, I could scoot and have the two horizontal monitors in the middle. So it would look like, when you go to like a concert and you have the stage, and the stage is like this, and then it's two really large speakers on the side. That's or football goal, how it has the posts and then the one in the middle. That's how I would have it. I don't know why. And then just kind of tilt the vertical ones kind of in a little bit and be in my own little.
Infamous, you're cute. I just have to say that you're cute.
I feel like I would have horizontal stacked and then both verticals on the side. Maybe that's not efficient, but that's what my brain thinks. That's
No, that would work for that. I'm tall, so I'd be sitting like this the entire time. If I did like how my chair is, I'd be like this.
Oh my gosh, we love Infamous. We love you. Oh my goodness. We're talking about monitors, so I guess now I really got to go buy a fourth one. And we have Jazzy in chat. The vertical saves me space in my streaming life for real. It really does. Like Infamous said, just stack them politely, your windows and your applications, and you're all good. I love that. And Kayla, sorry, I'm still laughing. Kayla, I wanted you to go more into detail of how funds do help 1000 Dreams Fund and its main initiative.
Yeah, so I spoke about this a little bit earlier. We dedicate 100% of profits, funds to our broadcaster grant that are raised by Twitch streamers or fundraisers in general. Like we said, some years we'll have phenomenal numbers, or somebody like Miss Ash who gets a $10,000 donation from Twitch. And we can obviously fund more people. So really, obviously, we keep an eye on how things are going. We typically have 4 fundraisers a year. So with the grant being in the spring and the fall, 2 fundraisers are sort of dedicated to one, another 2 for the other. So if we have the occasion where we have amazing turnout and blow the numbers out of the water, which seems to be more common than not lately. I think every year we just continue to expand and increase that goal every single time. We'll go ahead and grant even more folks with those kind of surprise grants, who weren't expecting it, for example. And although it's a total surprise to them, it is just so special to have, for example, folks on our Discord hop in, send them, have a follow, send a great message that we all are kind of, spamming in chat. It's just heartwarming to be able to go above and beyond our original goals and such. So that's kind of how that works with the grant. Obviously, other programs are definitely funded and powered by some of our partners, Twitch Student. And then the Academy is thanks to HyperX and Allied Esports. And then we just had, which our applications closed earlier this year with JBL and 100 Thieves. So that will be announced soon, and very excited about that. So,
Yeah, I
um,
forgot about that. That is huge. That is
yes.
huge.
So yeah. So I think that's probably one that I didn't really go over too much. If you want me to, really quickly, that is, if we have time.
Please.
Um, so yeah, this year we actually teamed up with JBL Quantum to do a challenge, which, obviously we have grants, but we also have challenges. So this probably answers one of the questions you were going to ask later about how to apply. Um, Grants are, you fill out an application, very straightforward, but our challenges are a little bit different. In the way that we encourage you to show off your photo of you and your gaming element. This can be a selfie, this can be an animated photo, VTuber, whatever you're comfortable with. And then you kind of give us a short sort of, quote and spiel on how this specific challenge would impact you. So a little bit different than a lengthy application. So with JBL Quantum, they actually are providing, I believe we have 30 women or non-men. They will get $1,500, a JBL Quantum headset, and then they also will have a mentorship with 100 Thieves as well. So very, very cool, and also potential for extra opportunities beyond that as well. So very awesome stuff. But yeah,
I
little
love
insight.
that. Yeah. Ooh, I hope that's every year too, and that can grow more and more. Ooh, I'm excited.
Hopefully, let's cross our fingers.
Lots of fingers. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kayla. And she did answer that question about applying. And of course, you can go to their website and check it all out. You could do exclamation 1DF in chat, and it'll send you directly to their site. And all the information is there, all the different programs and grants that they provide are there as well. And also, just real quick, we do have the Control Plus extension. You can hover over our stream and you can follow the 1000 Dreams Fund Twitch channel where they host all their events and podcasts. And you can also follow Callista and Infamous on their Twitch channels. So make sure you are doing that and supporting these creators. And of course, 1000 Dreams Fund, which is an incredible cause. And if you want to fundraise for 1DF, you can do exclamation fundraise. Okay. So just wanted to throw that out there. And, I wanted to touch a little bit on how can people support 1000 Dreams Fund or volunteer for, the organization outside of fundraising,
Yeah,
if
there's
that's a thing.
yeah, absolutely. I think one of the biggest challenges we face when people, apply or they first find out about us is, wow, why haven't I heard about this before? Um, and word of mouth is everything. I think
Mhm.
resharing is just so crucial in general. I also will say, we would not be where we are without our fundraisers, Discord members, and recently, we also formed a dream team, which Callista and Infamous are a part of. Um, so that's 10 folks who are from all over esports, gaming, broadcasting, who come together for a common goal of literally helping us and empowering our programs through their support. So there's just various ways they've made videos for us promoting our programs. They've, constantly resharing all the time, even when we don't ask. Just going above and beyond as an ambassador for the program in general. But yeah, I think resharing in general, especially if you do identify as a man and you're thinking, how, well, I'm not a woman, that this doesn't apply to me, but you probably know a handful of women who are, gamers. Reshare the program with them. So um, I think that's probably the biggest crucial thing for us right now. Definitely.
Perfect. Thank you, Kayla. And
Yep.
I would think the best way to contact you and the 1000 Dreams Fund team would be through this Discord or email. Yeah.
Yeah, email, Discord, either one. I know if you go to our Twitch channel, we have all of our socials, our Discord linked, and then also the website. We have a contact form there, but we also have multiple emails listed there as well. So specifically, broadcast her at 1000dreamsfund.org is related to broadcast her. But any of them work just fine.
You'll get the message for sure.
Yes, yes.
Kayla is always working. I don't know if you ever take a break, but please take a break sometimes, okay? You do everything.
I think we all need a vacation. All of
Just
us.
a mini vacay for 2 to
Yes,
3 days. Nice refresher.
absolutely.
Infamous, I know you're going on vacation, correct?
Yeah, I'm leaving. I gotta go.
Going out the
I,
door.
I gotta go.
Is this a part of your unplugging process, you would say?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Where are
I'm
you headed,
taking.
if you don't mind me asking?
I'm going to go. So you're gonna look at me really, really like really am. Um, I'm going to go compete in a fighting game tournament in Mansfield, Ohio. So
Wait,
yes, I'm
this
gonna.
week?
So yeah, this
That's my
weekend. Yeah, I
hometown.
know.
What?
But yeah, so I'm gonna take some time, like I said, catch up on some stuff, do some family stuff, like go swimming. I need to get away from the three monitors.
A staycation. A staycation.
Like I need to
Yep.
get away from the three monitors.
Yeah.
So even though I can't travel far, it's definitely like we said, we're going to go take part of our hobbies outside of this and unplug. That's why I said y'all not gonna see me nowhere. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy all of that. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. I'm super, super excited for you. And you got to give us a little update after you're done with your little staycation, how it went and everything, please. I'll
Definitely.
be keeping an eye on your Twitter. And I had a last question for our beautiful creators, since they're both Black women in this space. I would love to, ask both of you, what advice would you give Black women specifically getting started in this industry? And we could start with Callista.
I was just gonna say maybe you want to start with Infamous because she out here giving these points like way before me.
Well, it's your time to shine, given the points first. How about that? Or unless
Okay, okay,
if
that
it's
works.
fine
That works.
too.
Um, so as we all know, being a Black woman on Twitch is very difficult, and even though like Twitch is trying, it's best to find a circle of Black women that you really vibe with. You have Black girl gamers, you have the brown girl or brown gamer.
Brown girl gamer code.
Thank you. I always
Mm.
get that mixed up for some reason. And I feel like I actually know people or women in all of those groups, and like I feel accepted there. So basically it's just finding a group that you really vibe with, and that also ties into networking as well, because I mean you network with these people and you become friends, and then they like support you in whatever you do, even if it's chaotic or not, they still support you. See, look at Infamous. So yeah, finding a group like that is super super important, and I know it can be hard, I know it can be kind of daunting, but it's super important because once you find that group, they will support you, they will be your backbone, they will pick you up if you need it, they will be there for you. That I don't know.
That's perfect. And all of that is valid and 100% correct. And that's the best way we can navigate the space is with each other because we only have each other's back,
Mhm.
And then, of course, brands and everybody else that supports us. Thank you for supporting us year round as well. Um, Infamous, I know you're cooking.
Lay those points down for us.
Not what Callie said is a whole fact as well. Find like, find groups. But also the biggest thing that we tend to speak about or talk about is two things. One, sometimes we don't always have the energy to have the voice to keep consistently explaining stuff. Um, don't keep putting us in those positions where we got to keep explaining ourselves and then be like, oh, we're angry. Like, no, we're not angry, we're tired. It's a difference. And also, I'm a huge person of pull the ladder down. For me, you know um anything that I do, even though I may not feel I'm in the place where I need to be, I've made a place and a space and an opening for someone else. And that person is going to make a place and a space and an opening for someone like my daughter or my nieces or your daughter or your nieces or your cousins, you know, and that's mentally where it has to become. It's not no longer about a individual. We all have our individual goals, but at the end of the day, this door should continue. Bring another sister with you, bring another sister with you, bring a group of sisters with you, because it's a very difficult path that we face and very tiring that we go through. And like Ash just said, we have friends, we have allies, but nobody really knows what we go through but us, and we should be the first people pulling ourselves through and lifting ourselves up, not kicking the ladder away, not stepping on each other. Not that. That needs to be an end. So that's my biggest thing right there. Like, find a group and y'all build and lift and grow. That's it.
Yeah, any opportunity I get, I throw a whole pool of names also in a pot. I'm like, hey, thanks for reaching out to me, but hey, there's also a
Mm-hmm.
group of other
That,
Black women in space that you
that's
should reach out to and support. I do that constantly because I'm not going to be the only one involved. There's multiple that you can involve in this campaign or whatever it may be. Because most of the time it's only me. Why? I don't know. So I'm like, no, here's a whole group of people you need to reach out to. Here's their Twitter, here's their Twitch, boom. And I think just to touch on it real quick, not trying to give content creator advice, but make sure you have a media kit because that makes it easy, for us to just throw your content out there and what you can offer. So make sure you have a media kit. Okay. All right. Work on it if you don't have one. It could be 2 pages long. Okay. As long as it's a brief introduction to you and your content, and you can easily throw it to a brand like, hey, this is why you should work with me. So just wanted to throw that out there.
And don't compare when you make it. Don't compare.
Don't do that. I
Don't
had to get
don't
over that
compare.
with my media kit. Oh my God, I was so
so
stressed. Like I wanted to bite my nails off. That's how stressed I was. But
there's
you
so
know what?
many
I
people that
just did it
think
anyway.
exactly. And there's so many people that think they shouldn't have a media kit because they're not partnered or they only average 10 viewers. I don't care. Still make a media kit. You still have something to offer, and it's your community, your presence. That's perfect and that's good enough. So, still make a media kit. Your analytics, it's really not that serious. Just throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's okay. We are all growing at our own pace. And I'm a huge person on community and how that creator is as a person. Yeah, it should just be that way. But of course, business is business. But not going to
That's a
go.
whole nother topic.
Well, but you still have a lot to offer as you and you only in your community because no matter there's affiliates out there that are doing amazing right now. Like you don't have to be partnered to be successful or deem as
Mm-hmm.
successful. If you get partnered, you're still moving on, moving forward, and still growing. So just believe in yourself. And says the community manager of Tiltify. I mean, it's all about community at the end, you know. I tell
Mm-hmm.
my community all the time, I wouldn't be here without you. You know, I could cry right now. No, not gonna cry. It just did my makeup. But literally, you cultivated that community. They're going to support you, and they're the whole reason why you are who you are and why you have that platform. You know, they're the whole reason why you fundraise, why you do good. It's just so many factors of
Impact over numbers.
impact over numbers, 100%. Quoting Steph on that, Enisiaga. But yeah, it's really ultimately all about community. And I hope that's what you learned today. I look at a creators community and how they cultivated that community. That's super important. And just keep moving forward. You're still growing and just have fun with the process. That's literally it. Just have fun. I started streaming and I just had fun the entire time. I didn't stress anything. I was like, cool. 40 viewers to stream. Cool. Cool. And I still kept moving forward, but I didn't care about that. I didn't stress about it. I just I fundraised. I did my first fundraiser first year I streamed, and I was like, wow, I can do good with my platform. So that really motivated me to keep going. Ultimately, that's why I love Tiltify, and they know that's why I love them. But if you didn't know Tiltify, that's why I love you. So thank you for motivating me and my drive as a content creator. And I'm sure the other creators here in a call can relate. So sorry for rambling, but those are all facts. And I just want to thank all these amazing ladies here that are chatting with me today. Kallista, Kayla, and Infamous. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is truly an honor to have you all here. We're so happy to have you all part of our community here at Tiltify. And the Tiltify team loves you. So thank you. And everyone here in chat, thank you for listening. And I wanted to take the last few minutes to take any questions you have for everyone here on the call. Throw them our way. But I am also going on a mini vacay this weekend to unplug as well. So me and Infamous are going to unplug. Okay. If you haven't had the chance to unplug, even if it's for a day.
Do it.
Yes. We have Mocha Jones. Are there any special initiatives that are done beyond the spring and fall for fundraising purposes?
So we're actually working on something behind the scenes right now. Still very early. I will say, however, we have our Tiltify set up to pretty much hopefully empower anybody to fundraise at any time. You know, even if you aren't in those larger scale events where we have, you know, a featured schedule, we encourage anybody who's interested to apply. So whether that be during that time or not, we have a toolkit on our Tiltify. You just click the link and it gives you pretty much everything you need to know, the why, the how, even, you know, our logo and our color, colors we use and branding in general. So, you know, really right now, it is very much, we love Tiltify. We are so thankful for how easily integrated they are into everything in terms of, you know, streamers who are interested in fundraising. So definitely check it out. And you know, if you do have a question, there is an easy way to get a hold of us right there. But we're working on it to see if there's other things we can do. But for example, Jazzy Nay, who's in the chat right now, she's actually doing custom bracelets that are themed from 1DF. She is selling those right now on Etsy. I believe you can also get a hold of her just on Twitter in general. But we've kind of partnered up with her. You know, all of the funds are actually going to her daughter to help her with, you know, funds that are needed for school. So just fun little DIY projects like that you'd like to do, let us know, and we're open to the idea and are willing to talk. So yeah.
Thank you. And we had Slosh in chat asking, what is 1000 Dreams Fund?
Well, it's a good question, honestly.
Very hard question there.
Well, I think honestly, the command that Ash put in for us, the 1DF command, I'm going to type it really quickly, gives you a great just overview. We have educational opportunities, funding opportunities, you know, community opportunities for women just interested in chasing their dreams and their, you know, dream career path. So, honestly, just check out our site, and if you're interested in a specific program, you're probably going to find something that applies to you right there. So yeah.
Thank you, Kayla. And we are almost close on time. But if we had any more questions from chat, please throw them in and we'll get right to it. And also, I think the link timed out. So Infamous, can you drop the link here in our OBS?
Yeah. Where's that? Oh, there.
Our bot is ruthless.
The bot's like, excuse me. No.
Nope.
There we go. That's it right there.
If only I could copy. That would be great.
Kallista, do you think it's okay if we talk about this project that the Dream Team is working on right now? I know it's still in fruition, and we're getting there slowly.
Absolutely.
Do you want to give a spiel?
Sure, I can give a spill. So basically, I proposed an ideal to the Dream Team, aka and Kayla, about creating a guide for women that are starting to get into the broadcasting space because I'm a lurker on Discord, so I see a lot of things, but I don't say a lot of things. But I noticed that a lot of the women and non-men that were coming into the Discord were just like, "Oh, I'm a beginner streamer, or I don't know where to start, or what do I look for, what do I get, etc., etc." So I'm just like, because I've seen so much of this, I'm just like, why not put together something to help those people get started? And yeah, that's what we're working on. It's going to be written format and also videos. So if depending on how you learn or how you like watch things, there's different formats for you to like absorb it, which it's a big project, but I think it's really worth it.
I'm excited.
Me too. Let me start stressing over it again.
I think it just goes back to what we talked about in terms of like the media kits and trying to kind of prepare yourself to for those opportunities and really how to embody impact over numbers. So yeah, I'm excited, and that's around the corner. I know we're putting some finishing touches on things and such, but we're gonna get there. I think probably soon. So excited for that.
Yeah, thank you for giving us a little information about that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Totally relate to Discord lurker. I see it all. Sometimes I don't say. I
Yep.
promise to see it all. I have all the notifications on. And we just had a, cute small question. What are your favorite games to stream? And we can start with Infamous.
Um, so I am known for playing things like Apex. I am also known for playing things like Knockout City. There are a few horror games and action games, but most of the time you'll find me trying to figure out who, what, where, when, and why, probably on some form of Apex or Knockout City, especially considering what goes on in my world right now. So, also gotten into some really, really great indie games. Like, if you guys have not given some time to some indie games, there are some really, really great indie games out there. So take a moment away from the big games. I've been on my indie game kick, like really.
I introduced indie games to my world this year. And I can't believe it took me that long because I was scared to get into that genre, but it's so good. And that's why I like going to conventions like PAX, so I get to really go hands on and try out those new games that are coming out. So, yeah. And Callista, what games do you like to stream?
So story-driven games is my blood. It's in my blood. That's what I do. I love like RPGs, Final Fantasy. Most recently I played Persona 3, which is a retro game now. So I'm in the retro field playing PS2 games, PS1 games. I don't necessarily go into like the bigger games unless it's something very specific because I'm very
Yeah.
picky. Like Final Fantasy 7 remake, I will play that. I will talk your ear off about all the lore and character design and stuff like that. And like I've played I'm trying to get through my backlog of games that I've like never played when I was growing up. Yes. Like I have this thing in my on my stream where if you're a subscriber to my channel for a certain amount of time, you get to choose a game for me to play. So I'm playing things like Final Fantasy 14, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and like
Classic.
Orphan
Classic.
Orphan and like Residence of Fate, and I'm just like, okay, but like Danganronpa and Persona 5 Royal. So yeah, that's where I am. But mostly story driven games and RPGs.
Ooh, you're playing
What
a
about
good.
you, Ash?
Oh, me.
Yeah, your favorite games.
Ooh, I play Valorant. That's all I
I,
play.
I,
But
I was about to say Valorant. Valorant. I've seen
but
that.
Fortnite,
I'm
Fortnite.
I'm getting pretty good at Apex. I've
Come
been
on now.
I've been watching hobbies, okay? Yeah, I'm an FPS girl, but I love story-driven games. I always, do that after don't want to shoot anything anymore. So I do and community games like Knockout City, First Class Trouble. I don't play Among Us anymore, so that is not on my list. Um, but yeah, I play everything mainly. But Valorant, Apex, those are my games right now. So I'm enjoying a new season. So you'll definitely find me playing those. But
And
yeah.
Kayla?
Oh, me? Well,
Yeah, Kayla.
you're gonna catch me on the 1DF channel more than actually streaming myself. I feel like I do better behind the camera, not in front of the camera. But I feel like I kind of change it up a bit. But I'm a fellow Apex lover, as Infamous knows already. Yep, I fired up my PlayStation 5 yesterday for the new season. Made sure I was ready to go. Bought Seer already. But yeah, I feel like I always will have like this part of me who wants to just go and play a game like Apex where you can just hop in and it's the same thing every time. But I do have a soft spot for those story games. I feel like if it wasn't for story games, I would not be the person I am today, probably. I've learned so many, I think, like critical thinking things from games like that. So yeah, some of my favorites are the Zelda series, of course.
Yes.
BioShock series, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I like playing games I can play with my friends when it comes to playing myself. But yeah.
Yeah, we all play Apex. Hmm.
Kallista, I know might not be Apex, but we'll get you there.
I'll put her. I'll look.
No.
I can sign her up for a class real quick. Hold on.
No. The only FPS I'm gonna go for is Destiny, and that's it.
Oh,
I mean, I ain't been there in a while, but I
Me
hear the
neither.
raids have changed. I mean,
I think we might be doing a raid soon, Callista. I know we.
Let me
Just
update
saying.
the game. I haven't touched it in like 2 years.
Oh, this was a great chat today. And again, thank you, ladies, so much for joining me and our beautiful community for tuning in. And again, make sure you follow all the Twitch channels that are in our Control Plus stream kit. If you hover over the stream, there's an extension, so you can follow Kallista, the 1000 Dreams Fund channel, and Infamous. All right, and keep up with their content, support them, and especially at 1000 Dreams Fund, they're doing amazing, amazing work. And you can start a fundraiser today on Tiltify. Okay. All right, we are going to end our stream. Again, thank you everyone for being here. We're going to go send some love over to Melee Mira. Melee Mira is a full-time broadcaster here on Twitch, and they are playing Cook Serve Delicious 3.
And our recipient.
And they're
Just saying.
all right, y'all. We need a raid message, okay? I need to make a command for this raid message, but we can just do a little heart Tiltify raid, okay? So y'all can copy that message, spam it in Mira's chat, and let's go send some love to another community member. And again, y'all have a great day and unplug, okay? When you can, take time away from the screen, enjoy some family time, you time, all that good stuff. So yeah, any last words from any of you ladies? We're all good.
I think that's it. Thank you so much for having us on, and thanks to Callista and Infamous for joining me, as well, taking the time to talk.
Thank you,
you all know.
Don't be nervous. You got it. You did great. Thank you again. All right, y'all. We are going to start this raid, and we will see you all there. Have a good day. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Wow.